Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news of very robust service sector expansions worldwide. Firstly, however, the overnight dairy auction has brought a small slip in overall lower prices. They were down 1.3% in US dollar terms, but a much more chunky drop in New Zealand dollar terms at 3.7% drop. Whole milk powder prices are down 1.1%, but both butter and cheese had falls of about 3.5% in US dollar terms. Overall prices remain in the range that has existed since early February. Year on year, we are down about 4% in US dollar terms, but only 2% in New Zealand dollar terms. So overall, a pretty uneventful auction, and payout forecasts are unlikely to be changed by today's event. But it is a weak start to the new dairy season. In the US, the activity in their giant services sector accelerated in May, pointing to robust economic growth in the second quarter. The official measure of job openings reached a record high in April, although to be fair, it was little change from the prior month. But in a slightly longer view, trade tariffs and the shortage of workers poses a threat to their outlook. In fact, there are now more job openings than jobless at present. A more worrying threat comes from the American Social Security system. In a report out today, the trustees say its costs will exceed its income this year for the first time since 1982, forcing them to dip into its nearly $3 trillion trust fund to cover benefits. Those reserves will only last another 15 years or so, meaning that after that, benefits will need to be curtailed unless contributions rise somehow. There is little political appetite for that at present. China is claiming that its services sector is growing even faster than previously, up 11.9% year on year in the first 4 months of 2018. That is far faster growth than their overall economy. More credible data shows their services sector expanding at an unchanged and modest pace. A global survey of the world's services sector shows that expansion is accelerating. In the UK, their government has sold 7.7% of its holding in nationalised bank RBS. On this transaction, it has incurred a loss of almost £2 billion. Sadly for taxpayers, it still owns 63% of the troubled bank, and it aims to sell most of the rest by 2023. Huge losses await British taxpayers, who paid £45 billion to rescue this key bank. The British government doesn't use normal accounting practices, so that mark-to-market loss is yet to be booked. Australia's largest apartment developer is feeling the pressure as banks bring tighter lending standards for borrowers. But Kiwis aren't feeling that pressure yet. New car sales in May were up their highest ever for that month, up more than 10% on the same month a year ago. SUV sales are now a remarkable 65% of all car sales sold, up from 58% in 2017. US Treasury 10-year yield is slipping today, now at 2.91%, and that's down 3 basis points on the day. The Chinese 10-year is at 3.68%, up 1 basis point, while the New Zealand equivalent is at 2.81%. That's up 4 basis points. Gold is a little higher overnight, up $6 to $1,298 an ounce. Oil prices are up $1 to be just over $65.50 a barrel in the US, but they're down for the Brent benchmark to $75 a barrel, and the US discount is narrowing. The Kiwi dollar will start today little change at 70.3 US cents. On the cross rates for a little stronger at 92.3 Aussie cents, but a little weaker against the euro at 60 euro cents. That puts the TWI at 73.1. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.